All right, so we are going to get started on this custom candle. Today we're going to be working with a 3-inch high candle as opposed to a 6-inch, only because I'm low on stock on my 6-inch high one, so I have a ton of these. We are going to need the candle tissue paper. Get the cheapest tissue paper. Dollar store is fine. Scissors. Handy dandy heat gun. If you don't have a heat gun, you can use a blow dryer. Double-sided tape. I like Tombow just because it's easy to use, but any type of double-sided tape like this is just going to make your life so much easier. And wax paper. Do not get the wax paper from the dollar store though. You can get the tissue paper from the dollar store, but not the wax paper because it just doesn't have enough wax coating on the wax paper to do what you need it to do. So let's get started. Oh, and you're going to need a piece of cardstock. I thought I had cardstock. Every time I look for it, it's not here, and when I don't need it, it is here. So as long as you have something that's stiff, I'm just going to use this. It's got labels on it. I'm just going to use that and pray that it works. So you just need, you can just tear it, a piece of tissue paper. Put that to the side. You're going to cut it not exactly the size, but close. It doesn't need to come to the edge of this label paper. The reason I cut it almost to the size is so that I don't have to worry about where my image or my lettering is when it comes time to print. I can just print. No matter where it is on the page, I know it's going to be okay. And you can always, mess with it. Trim it down a little. It's been a minute for me. I haven't made these in a while. So now what you're going to do is you're going to tape this down. I'm going to use it on this side so that I can still use the labels. I always forget which way this goes. I think it's this way. Nope, it's the other way. So you're just going to just roll it. Some tape there. And then roll some tape there. Smooth it out. You can do both sides. I usually do just because it holds it a little bit more steady. Now, here comes the tricky part. Putting it into your printer. We put it in the printer and we pray. That's what we do. So we are going to whiz over here to the printer. We'll stick this in here. Print. And just kind of gently guide it. And if you notice, I didn't have any other papers in the printer. I noticed that makes a difference. Okay, so now we're just gonna carefully cut this out. You don't have to cut it exactly to the words, but you just don't want a whole lot of excess tissue. So here you see how nicely that printed onto tissue paper? Whatever you do, don't try to put tissue paper in the printer without some type of carrier. Some people, I know my girlfriend, when I showed her, she didn't have cardstock and she needed to do the candle right away for a memorial, and she used regular copy paper, and lo and behold, it went through. So it's not like it won't work, it just may or may not work. Okay, so see what I did? I trimmed it down. and place it where you want. And you can do this, you know, with a picture or whatever. So just gonna set that there for now. Now here's where your wax paper comes in. This is gonna all make sense. So you're gonna put this on here. And you're gonna put the wax paper on top, like so. And you wanna hold this as tight as possible. You wanna make sure this is straight, or however you want it. Okay, so you're gonna hold it very taut. Now be careful with this, with the heat gun, because it's gonna be hot and it can burn your finger. You know, you just have to make sure your hands are behind there. See that? Now, you're going to turn on your handy dandy heat gun. Too much light. So you just put your heat gun on there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but the wax is melting. See that? Voila. You take this off. Don't really rub it much because the wax is still warm, so it's going to come off. But I just put it quickly because you know I can still see tissue. If you still see tissue, and sometimes you will, find a clean spot on the wax paper, or better yet, you can even get another piece of wax paper and hit it again. It's not gonna hurt it. Voila. Candle. So, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And that looks like it is part of the candle. So that's why you want to make sure you get good wax paper, because if there's not enough wax on that wax paper, the tissue paper is not gonna stick. But now the wax has pretty much melted into the candle. All right. Any questions? Feel free to hit me up. I should be in bed right now, so I will probably be in the bed by the time you have questions. But I work midnight to 8, and I can communicate with you via Messenger. So if you need me, holla.